Hi everyone, welcome to Code Kamkaj YouTube channel. I hope everybody are doing good. Today's video will be discussing about what is in my DAST and what all DAST open source and enterprise tools are available in the market. And we'll discuss which tool will be used for which stack like Python, Java, C Sharp, or C++, and .NET. So we have a bunch of tech stacks. So which tech stack that we use each tool and how we can use this DAST tool into our CI/CD pipeline. So stay tuned till this video. We'll discuss a lot more about like tools and its information and its tech stack. So first, what is meant by DAST? So full form of DAST is like dynamic application testing, which means like DAST is one type of security testing that checks an um, application for vulnerabilities while it is running. In the short form, I can say that it's type of a security testing where your application is running. So you enable the scanner to find the vulnerabilities of your application while the state of running. And which means in other hand, I can say that in a easy way. So DAS tools interact with your application in a real time to find the security flaws and vulnerabilities, that could be exploited by bad guys like hackers. So that's all about DAST introduction about DAST, what is meant by DAST. So I have brought few DAST tools, I bring it up, and few are related to open source and few are related to the enterprise. So it's up to your requirement, like in which one you would like to use into your environment or your workspace. It's up to you. So I brought the list. The first one is like OSAP ZAP. We call it as Z attack proxy. So it supports the Java, Python, Flask, Django into the Python framework. It supports PHP, .NET, and JavaScript, and into the JavaScript area supports the React, Angular, and Ruby. So it's a widely used tool, for a security community detecting the common vulnerabilities and web apps. And the next one, like if we have the web application attack and audit framework, we call it as a W3AF. So it supports the Python, PHP, Ruby, Java, .NET, and it's open source tool which find the exploiting the web app vulnerabilities. The next we have the Nikto. So the supported stacks are like it supports PHP, Ruby, JavaScript, Java, .NET. So it's a straightforward open source scanner tool. It's primarily used for this one web servers. And the next one we have the Acne. So Acne is supported by Ruby, PHP, Python, JavaScript, and Java. So it's a Ruby-based affected, and it's going to detect the SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and other web vulnerabilities. And the next one we have the Wapiti. So Wapiti is supported tech stacks are Python, PHP, JavaScript, and Java. So Wapiti is it's a command line for vulnerability scanning of web apps, and it's primarily focused on input-based issues. And the next one we have the Skipfish. So Skipfish supported like a general purpose for web apps, such as where it works with a PHP, JavaScript, Ruby, and Python. So it's a high speed reconnaissance and web app vulnerability scanner. So if you have using any reconnaissance high speed web apps, so you can use this. And the next one we have the Gripe. So Gripe supported the stacks are like its containers, like it supports the container scanning for Docker, and it supports the other stacks of Python, Java, and another one is Node.js, and it supports Ruby also. That's about the Gripe. And the next we have Vega. So Vega supports tech stacks are JavaScript in that Node.js and Angular, and PHP, Python, Java. So Vega is a GUI-based vulnerability scanners that identify the vulnerabilities of common like SQL and cross-site scripting. So other vulnerabilities. And the next one we have the Recon NG. So it supports tech stacks are Python, PHP, JavaScript. So it is also one type of open source. It's also used for reconnaissances and vulnerability scanning for framework with minimal modular support. You can use Recon NG. Next one we have the Iron WSP. So it supports PHP, Python, Ruby, and Java, and it doesn't support any other like .NET or any other tech stacks. So it's also open source for various type of security testing with a GUI interface. It has the amazing GUI interface. You can use that. And next one we have the Nmap with NSC, which is a Nmap security engine. So it suppose the tech stacks are you can use for general various web applications while you are doing it, and it supports across all the tags. So it's primarily used for network scanning. The NOP scripts can help to identify the web apps vulnerabilities, targeted IP address, or targeted DNS. So you can use for general purpose. The next one we have the SQL map. So it supports like any web app with the SQL database. So it should have SQL database, and it support text. The minimal supporting tech stacks are it supports PHP and Python, .NET, and Java. So it support all these tech stacks. So it's also open sourced. It's mostly focused on automated SQL injection testing and exploitation. So each DAST tool has its kind of primarily use case and the secondary use case, and depend on it you can use it, and you can go to this official documentation. You can get much more information about it. So yeah, next we have discussed about Nmap. Now it's the SQL map we have discussed, and now we have the Grabber. So Grabber supports the PHP and JavaScript. It's a lightweight and simple tool for any simple web application vulnerability scanner. You can use that. And the next we have the OWS AP dependency check. So it supports the Java, .NET, Python, and Node.js. So it's just for this tool just used to identify the vulnerabilities, dependencies of an application. So these are all the open source DAST tools that you can choose as per your tech stack that you are using in your environment, and you can use this via automating CI/CD. The next one is enterprise DAST tools, which you should pay or you should take licenses for this. The first one is Suite, which are available for professional enterprise. So it's supposed that tech stacks are Java, Python, .NET, JavaScript, Ruby, and PHP. So it's a widely used DAS tools for penetration testers and vulnerability discovered in the real time. Next one we have the Aconetics. So Aconetics is supported by PHP, .NET. It supports Python also, and JavaScript, Java, and Ruby. So it's enterprise grade, related to vulnerability scanner, which regularly used for automating the manual testing, other capabilities. Next, we have the NetSparker. So NetSparker supported tech stacks are it supports .NET, ASP.NET, and it supports PHP. It supports Python and Java. So it's mostly focusing on web apps, and where use case of web application penetration testing or web application dynamic application security testing. You can use a NetSparker. And next we have the IBM App Scan. So this IBM App Scan is supported by Java, .NET, PHP, Python, and Ruby. So it's a robust solution for if you want to detect any vulnerabilities on large enterprise application, you can go with IBM App Scan. Next we have the Rapid7 App Spider. So supported tech stacks are it suppose Java, .NET, Python, PHP, and Ruby. So you can use it for machine learning capabilities for finding the vulnerabilities, or you can use for web application. Both cases you can use it. And next one is a Qualys web application scanning, which we in the short we called as a WAS. So WAS supports by Java, .NET, PHP, Ruby, and Python. So it's a cloud-based solution with the large amount of vulnerability detection for enterprise environment. So if you have any cloud-based solutions that you have automated, so you can use this WAS and you can do the DAST scanning. And the next we have the Veracode dynamic analysis. So it supports the Node.js, like it supports Python, PHP, .NET, and Java. So it's a enterprise tool. So we're in depth of testing where you can go with finding the vulnerabilities, and it has a better features to integrate with your CI/CD pipelines. And next one we have the checkmarks IAST. So supported tech stacks are .NET, Ruby, Node.js, and Java, and Python. So It is also like DAST tool where you can integrate with your CCD pipeline. Not only these tools, so whatever tools we are listing, we can integrate it. But these tools has a wide range of flexibilities to integrate with your CCD pipeline. Next, we have HC Scan, my favorite, which is formerly by IBM. So supported tech stacks are like PHP, Python, Ruby, JavaScript, .NET, and Java. So it's focusing on comprehensive security testing. Ideal or its most use case for complex application and large amount of enterprises. You can use HC Scan, and this also can be automated by CI/CD. And next one is the app check, supported by Java, .NET, PHP, Python, Ruby, and Node.js. Um, so, and it's it's offered the like such kind of automation where you can scalable the vulnerability detection, particularly into web application. Next one we have the Synapses, tinfoil security, supports Java, .NET, PHP, Node.js, Ruby. So it's also provide for vulnerability scan in terms of enterprise version. And the next one we have the Yemeni Web. So it supports similar Ruby, Python, PHP, .NET, and Java. So it's a AI-powered security testing tool, which is in the enterprise version, which is currently booming, and everybody are adopting this tool. And it is used for testing of our application and quick scans. So can use that. Next one is Detectify, supports the JavaScript, PHP, Python, Ruby, and Node.js. So it's also used for web app security testing with a continuous vulnerability update, which has a large amount of database community for this. And next one is Cobalt Strike. It's a multi-language supporting tool, so you can use for Java, .NET, PHP, Ruby. So it's notes for its a similar simulation capabilities, like most easy of testing application and security posters. That's why it's widely used, tool in the DAST area. Next one is Invicti, formerly NetSparker, we can call it. So it can use for tech stacks for .NET, ASP.NET Core, Django, for Python and Flask, and JavaScript framework. So it's a highly accurate vulnerability scanner for automated testings. And the next one we have the Bagel Security. So it supports Python, Ruby on Rails, ASP.NET and Node.js. And next one we have the Tenable.io, which is a web app scanning. Supports Java, .NET, Python, and PHP. It's a cloud-based platform for identifying the vulnerabilities in web application. Next one is we have the 45. So it supports by Python, PHP, .NET, JavaScript, and Java. So it's a dash tool for 45 used for enterprise version. And next one we have the App Trana. So App Trana is also support for I think Python and JavaScript, .NET, PHP, and Ruby. So it's a DAST with the WAF and web application firewall. You can say that. So offering the security insights for continuous monitoring also. Next one, uh, next one we have the App Trana. So it supports PHP, .NET, JavaScript, and Python. The last but not the least, we have the Qualys Web Application Scanner, which we can use for Java and Ruby, Python, .NET, and I think it's used by C also. So it's enterprise scanner, which is used for identifying the web application vulnerabilities. So these are all the currently available tools which use mostly into the real world, into the practicality. So there are few other tools which I missed. So if I missed something, if you find it, I request you to drop those tools into the comment section. So I'm happy to make a video on this. But as per my knowledge, I brought all these tools, whichever tools we mostly use for open source and enterprise version. So it's up to you choosy guys, whichever tools you would like to use for open source, and if it has a wide range of data base and database get updates, so you can enable that into a CI/CD. And it's up to your requirement and your architect requirement and your tech stack requirement, and it's also requirement of your enterprise tool. So if you would like to pay for it and if you'd like to take a licensing, so you can take it and you can enable this all these tools into your CI/CD pipeline, and you can make your application free from all the vulnerabilities. So I hope it is clear for everybody, what all tools we use for what languages, I mean, what tech stacks, and what is the purpose of it, like all these DAS tools. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop this session over here. So if you like this video, share it to your friends and subscribe to my channel. And if you don't subscribe it, I'll keep asking this in every video. So share to your friends and family members who would like to learn the latest technologies and upcoming technologies of security, cloud, like operations and CI/CDs. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Bye bye.